You good? Can y'all see me? What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday, everybody. You know what I mean? Kicking it. We got my man over my shoulder, man. Y'all know who that is. Afro Samurai for my anime fans. Shout out to the homie, bro. Big Buddy Reeves, man, on doing his artwork and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Early morning, like it's a nice day outside, man. Going off a nigga. We're going off a nigga forecasting. I'm gonna stick my arm out later and see what it was like. Nah, I'm gonna check it later, but it looked nice outside, but it could be deceiving in Virginia. You know what I mean? It could look nice appearance wise, but it could be cold as shit, windy, all that. You know what I mean? So even the forecast, only God knows, man. It's on Sunday, and that kind of ties into stop playing. It kind of ties into what I'm talking about today. You know what I mean? It's a morality thing. You know what I mean? Because people think of Sunday, they think of church. You know what I mean? Think of Sunday, think of church. People being on their best behavior, dressing their best, looking their best, being presentable for the Lord. There's nothing wrong with that. I commend and salute everybody that's trying to get their soul right, trying to get their spirit right. Because it's a physical world, I believe, but it's a spiritual world underneath, and that really matters. You know what I'm saying? The unseen, rest in peace to Shorty Low. You know what I mean? What was that group called? From Atlanta. D4L, Down for Life. Yeah, D4L. With Fable and all them, but Shorty Low, say something about the connection. So if this frees up, I'm gonna have to delete this one, make another one. Okay, so I don't know if it kicked me off or said something about my connection. But yeah, talking about, Shorty Low said it must be two sides. Rest in peace to Shorty Low. He passed years ago, car crash. But he had the song talking about two sides of the city. You know what I mean? Referring to T.I. Me, man, today I'm gonna talk about how it's two sides, it's duality to everything in life. And it's two sides to people, man, to anybody. Because what made me think about this, right? I seen a meme, and that's one thing I love about information. With the internet, you can read a lot, watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of shows, talk to a lot of people. You can absorb and retain knowledge through osmosis. Just being around people, you pick up shit, information, knowledge. But it's one dope thing, man. I had saw, man, and they say a picture say 1,000 words, and that's why I think memes are so relatable, man. Because you can see a meme with two images up there, or one image, or even words, and it's just seeing it as a picture format. It'll soak in sometimes better than just picking up a book or even listening to some shit sometimes. Sometimes just visually seeing that and you can make that connection. Like, okay, I see what they're talking about right here. But yeah, so like you said, it must be two sides. So think about that. The meme I saw was saying people are what they had. Now, I'm not quoting verbatim word for word what the man said. Whoever said that, some philosopher or some great speaker said that. But the person said the real person is the person they had. Now, I don't think that's half true. Back in the day, I used to think that, man. I used to see like, okay, you got preachers out here, you got businessmen, people who dress up in a suit, smile. We don't know what they had inside. They could be beating their wife, could be doing drugs, it could be a serial killer. It could be a lot of things that's wrong with this person. But people go so much on the outside, the physical, because it's a physical world we're living in. Like I said, it's a spiritual world underneath. And when you go under the spirit, you can feel the vibe. It's called discernment. You can feel the vibe from some people. You can feel an evil vibe. It could be a nice, beautiful looking lady. What's wrong with her? You get around, you can just feel it in the air. And speaking of animals, well, I wasn't verbally speaking of, but in my mind, my dog was just coming past messing with me earlier. They pick up shit so good. You know what I mean? They pick up stuff like, like they said, when one sense is more deprived, let's say you can't see that good, your sense of smell your sense of taste, your sense of touch. Everything else is gonna be so much more heightened. So they can pick that. They pick them vibes up very great. It's like they say, kids. Kids think we become more desensitized as we get older. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I was just talking about it's two sides, man. Because look, what that construct is saying, that idea is saying, the man is saying, basically what people hide is the real them. Now, at a job, somebody, you got to stay cordial, you got to stay professional. If you want to keep your job, most jobs. So, you can be in there, hey, what's up? Come home, you might be cussing your ass off, getting drunk, fucked up, acting crazy, doing whatever. You can't do that in a professional setting in the world. And this, I'm gonna talk about a lot of things, right? Because I just be breaking shit down in my mind. I'm gonna just tell you how I look at shit. All right, there's a few reasons. For one, you will get fired. You know that. Two, it's the fear, like the fear of being judged. Some people have that fear. Some people don't have no. You look at people, man, damn, this Wi-Fi out here is choppy. I don't know what part of that you missed. Somebody watch this whole thing over after we finish it. Keep breaking up. Maybe I need to connect directly to the modem. Try it like that. Yeah, but like I was saying, man, a lot of things just perception in this world. Some people feel like if I'm perceived as, if people looking at me, it's a fear thing. Like getting on stage. I don't know how many of y'all have been on stage or made a public speaking or rap or singing. A lot of people have a aversion to that because they get shy. But in that booth or at home, they can write all day, they can rap all, they can sing. Like I said, everybody sing confidently in the shower. But when you, you know, when you try when you have people in front of you, it's a different perception. You don't know how they're looking at you, and some people don't give a fuck. And look, people always say I don't give a fuck, but it's ironic because a lot of people that say, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. The fact you speaking on it is showing that you do. Man, fuck that girl, blah blah. I don't care about her, but you talking about her. Man, fuck that nigga. I don't need these niggas, girls be. You talking about them niggas though, and you always end up with bum niggas. I mean, well, and then dudes, you always end up with girls that's out there and just wilding. I've been there before. We all been there. We all human. But like I said, the fact you even speaking on it, you can say you don't give a fuck, which means I don't care, but you do care because you're speaking on it. And Pete this, bro, on some real game, yo. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people say, the meme said that the guy said we speaking on. People are what they hide. That's the real them. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think they hide the lower them, the lower version of the low vibration them version of them, the low frequency version of them, the one they ashamed of. Let's say they're a messy person. They go home leaving shit everywhere. Now in public, you're gonna be clean cut. Your car gonna be clean. Anything people, peep this. This is deep. This is another deep one. That's why I like the layers of shit when you think about it. The layers. I know a lot of people. I seen the cars clean on the outside. You get inside, they got Wendy's bags, they got blunt paper, cigarette shit, you know what I'm saying? Clothes laying everywhere. Because you know what? When they riding past you and that clean motherfucker with paint, clean paint, wax job, all that shining, tires, armor all up, you know what I'm saying? Dashboard, armor up. But the inside, and that's a good alliteration, that's a good comparison to a person. A lot of people on the inside is real fucked up. They're real damaged. They don't want to fix it. They don't want to take time to fix it. I ain't gonna say they don't want to fix it, because who don't want to fix it? But they're not gonna take the time to fix that. You know what I'm saying? But they'll fix the outside, work out, look strong. Girls will be in shape. But your heart damaged, baby. Your mind is fucked up. She look beautiful. A lot of dudes, you in shape, nigga. You swole. You know what I'm saying? Your skin tone, you got all your shit right. You know what I mean? You got the gold teeth in, chain. You got money in your pocket, nigga, but morally you bankrupt. Inside your heart, use a bitch. You use a wild, dirty motherfucker. And I know a lot of them like that on both sides of the spectrum. Like I said, on Wall Street, you got all these crooks and criminals. They'll judge the people in jail like they crooks and criminals, but inside y'all heart, y'all got suits on. Y'all some of the most savage snakes in the world, man. A lot of y'all police, you know what I'm saying? The dirtiest motherfuckers that ever walked the face of the earth. But you talking about serve and protect. You only serve and protect them what you choose to serve and protect. You running red lights, you turn that light on, trying to run this red light. Traffic too much. Oh, I'm going to save the day. You ain't saving shit with your bitch ass time. But like I said, that's why I don't go by outwardly appearances. I try not to. But being realistic, let's say like in a woman that I like girls. So in a woman, I am going to go off of physical. I'm a realist. Like a lot of people, I think that cheat on people and do all that shit. I don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that type of person, man. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. But I'm not one of these niggas out here just a dog trying to do whatever, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people that do that, they want the stability of a good woman. They might not really be their type. They might not be, but this girl got money. She take care of them. She pay all her bills. But they want the little wild joint. That's the type of girl they want both. They want to have fun with the wild ones, and they want a stable one at home. It's like that nigga Derek Jackson, fake motherfucker. You know what I mean? That nigga, he was one always down in men. Y'all niggas another king simp. Y'all down in these women treating them. Nigga, you had a wife at home that was very homely. Not disrespecting that lady, but she used to wear bonnets in the house all the time. Yep, dressed like an old church lady. No diss to them church ladies, but look, they from the 70s. That's how they gonna dress. They from the 60s, 1960s. They 70, 60 years old. Of course they gonna dress like that. A 30-year-old woman, you don't have to dress like that, man. That's just my opinion. You can dress how you want to dress. Dress with it. You don't have to follow the times either. You don't got to be on no see-through shirt on like Sierra in church. Some people do that. I mean, I can't judge you, but like I tell people all the time, we always have endless online debates about things like that. Hey, you're gonna judge whether you want to or not, and you're gonna be judged whether you want to be judged or not. That's life. Whether you speak on some shit or not, you might see some shit and be like, man, that's crazy. In your mind, even if you don't vocate it, I'm the type of nigga that's always been vocal. You know what I mean? Especially so online, that's just a fragment. Because in real life, if y'all know me, a lot of motherfuckers don't like me, and I don't give a fuck. That's the problem. That's not really the problem. That's the issue that people I don't care. Why the fuck should I care? If this is how I really feel from my heart and my mind, then why should I care what another motherfucker? I can see if it's offending somebody, but if I'm just telling the truth is offending you, nigga, not me. Or my version of the truth. Because guess what? It all go back 360 in a circle. It's all about perception. But yeah, yo, peep this real quick. What I'm saying, yo. So you got the dark side and the light side. You got the good and bad, and it's what you think is bad. Because think about this. Let's say you like to eat a lot. That don't necessarily mean see these damn animals, but they like little kids. Motherfuckers just be fucking with shit. I be throwing pennies and shit. Like, I ain't no abuser. Get the fuck out. I ain't no abuser, but see, right now I'm on this camera. I don't feel like get the fuck out of there, boy. Just fucking with shit. You know what I mean? Go play with your toilet. Go with your food. Get your head. Stop messing with stuff. Yeah, man, but yeah, so like I was saying, I don't recommend you throwing pennies at kids either. I wasn't trying to hit them either. I'm just scare them, like only because I can't get, go over there. Hey, go do something, because just like kids, they're not gonna listen. You sit there and talk to them, they look right in your face. While a dog, I feel like it's more. He's gonna feel guilt. A cat, he gonna be like, nigga, fuck you. He gonna look in your face like, hey, I'm gonna do what I gotta do because you take it how you want to take it. But yeah, man. So look, getting back to dark and light, right? So let's say you like to eat a lot and you think people gonna judge you, or you like to eat baked foods, and or you're a vegan. People, he or she is a vegan. Oh, you one of them weirdos, you one of them tree huggers, you one of them super woke. Fuck them. If you want to be woke, if you want to be a tree hugger, if you want to eat pork, nigga, that's on you. I wouldn't. That shit ain't healthy. It's proven not to be healthy. But guess what? Beef ain't healthy either. Or if it's a religious thing for you, that's not what you want to eat. Don't eat that shit. But if that is what you want to eat, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. You ever heard that song? So sock it to their pocket, sock it like a rocket, all that, old school. Shout out to my uncle, man, John Blaze, man, from Philly, baby, from Portsmouth. He had from Philly, but he a Portsmouth nigga too, man. That's one of my favorite niggas that I ever met in my life, favorite people that ever met in my life. Rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Aunt Angela, her whole family, everybody doing good, man. But they just thought about my boy, man, because he say something like "sock it to your pocket like a rocket," and they just, and that's where that rap shit come from, the streets, man. And he was really from the streets of Philly, man. I think he's from North Philly, you know what I mean? So man, just think about life, yo. But yeah, okay, so like let's say you like to smoke weed, right? Now it's how society will view it. You ain't smoking crack, nigga. You ain't drinking because this the fucked up part about society. If you base your views or how you feel off of society, you gonna lose every time anyway. That's why I don't give a fuck, man. Anything I want to do, I wore this jacket right here. This shit, this ain't no Kanye shit, nigga. This ain't no shit from. I got this jacket for $30, bro, from Marshalls, nigga. I don't give a fuck what that shit mean, nigga. Whatever brand that is, hey. And then I got some name brand shit when I want to wear it, but this shit dope. I like the whole design. But guess what? You can spend $1,000 on a damn Gucci shit. That's garbage. Not all the others. They got some hot shit too, but you can spend $1,000 on Louis V and it can look whack to me. Or Kanye with no holes in your clothes and look whack. And let's say we somewhere, you trying to attract attention, I'm trying to attract attention. I might attract more attention with this $30 hoodie on. You know why? Like my nigga Nipsey said, rest in peace, Nipsey. She been all around the world. She ain't met nobody like me. Cause it ain't on me, it's inside me, yo. When it's inside you, you control your swag, you control your rhythm, you control your energy, the energy you choose to put out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't give a fuck what everybody else doing, man. I never did, yo. I never did. But like I said, I would be fake too to sit here and say nothing fazed me. People say that I don't give a fuck about nothing. Look at my hair, yo. I'm not walking around with my shit fucked up. That's just a personal choice. That's why I always rather keep short hair. This is more uptake, just trying something different, growing my hair out for a little bit. My shit curl a lot, so I ain't gonna have that hang time for a while because it won't even hang in the back. Like it curl a lot. But my shit up there, my fro is probably like this right now, you know what I mean? But it's dope. Just change shit up. But like I said, it's all in perception. And we all are phased by this stuff to more or less degrees. But yo, let me get back to that though. Light and dark. We all have light and dark in us. And there's some aspects of the dark or the unknown that people hide. I secretly like it's a lot of stuff you could secretly like to do. Now, all of it might not be wrong. Some of it is wrong. That's why you feel like it's wrong. Whether it's society or you just know you're wrong. People that do weirdo stuff, I'm not gonna get into all of the nigga. If you on that weirdo stuff right now, stop that shit, yo. Any type of low end bullshit, man, just sick shit, man. Y'all, I can't tell you what to do, but if you know that shit wrong in your heart, yo, come on, man. It's not, let that shit go. Close that chapter off in your life. That's just my only advice when it comes to that. But I'm talking about the bad. Let's say you got extreme anger problems. So of course you can't always react like that because you're gonna be in jail for one. You ain't gonna be able to keep no job. All your relationships gonna be messed up. I've been there. And let me tell you, I've been sober 2.5 years now, and I thank God on the real because you know what? That tied into a lot of it. And I don't know if y'all heard this before. I heard a preacher say this. A lot of times people with demons get along. So a lot of girls I had in the past, girlfriends, or even just acquaintances, and a lot of my homies and friends and brothers or whoever, that was the thing that connected us, but it's also the thing that drives you apart a lot of times. The alcohol, and it's because of what it triggers. It could trigger the rage, it could trigger your passion, it could trigger a lot of things, and it could confuse your vision. What my nigga DMX, rest in peace to the dog. That's one of my favorites, nigga. What that say? The snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see them when you living in the fog? Because it's a jungle out here. You got snakes out here, dirty motherfuckers, fakes, cats, slick motherfuckers, rats, snitches, and dogs. The thugs. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers bite your head off if you come at them the wrong way. How you gonna see them when you living in the fog? I felt like I was in the fog for most of my life. I've been drinking for a long time. And hindsight is 2020. I can look back and say I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. But it's like my nigga Pac said, my favorite rapper ever. I ain't gonna say the best of, it's too many levels of that, but he's my personal favorite because he speaks from the heart. The man said you could fix a plate. Say you drop a ceramic plate or a glass plate on the ground. I don't care if that glue you got or that tape is see-through tape, it's still visible, nigga, to a degree. Unless you're a magician or you know some fucking special shit. When you glue that plate back together, you're gonna still be able to tell it was broken before. So he said sometimes you just gotta leave that shit on the floor and say fuck it and keep going. And that's some real shit, yo. You can't repair everything. You can try your best to repair stuff that matter to you, but some shit is just so far gone. You hurt yourself. You can cut your hand trying to take that plate, trying to glue that plate back together. And even when it's glued, you can still tell where it's broken up. It's not the same. And it's a sad part I feel about a lot of romantic relationships and personal, passionate relationships or personal relationships. A lot of times it's like, damn, yo, like, to be honest, I say a few. Man, I wish we just would have stayed friends, yo. A few, that's just being older. But then that's the thing about life. You can always have that regret. Like, damn, we should have did this. We should have tried to take that step. So you can't win, you can't lose in a situation, man. But no, let me get back to this real quick, though. My nigga or sis, whoever watching this, I don't be well. But you have both the light and the dark, and both sides of that are you. Let me explain why. The side that you hiding is the lower you because you feel like it's lower. It's like, I'm better than this. You might go home and cry. Yo, I can't judge people. One of my favorite bars I personally wrote, and niggas can bite this shit. I don't give a niggas don't bit a lot of my shit. I don't get, but I speak from the heart. I come up. You can't think about biters. You can't duplicate it. You can imitate it, but you can't come up with no more. I got eternal right here and right here. I got eternal bars because I live life to the fullest, and I look at it from the realest angles that I can look at it from, and the truest angles, and the most artistic angles. But I said I got dry eyes for years. All the tears I've cried inside feel like glass shards sliding down my heart. Internal bleeding. Come on, bro. So I said I can do that shit anytime, nigga. It's an art form. Rap is different, and music and poetry is different than sales. But that's another whole. You might sell more than me, but you ain't gonna. Hey, can you say shit like that, nigga? Can you think of shit like that? Okay. And I don't go off nobody's thoughts. Maybe that's why a lot of my shit I feel like is just different because I live different. I don't go off of what other motherfuckers do and try to be like other motherfuckers. None of that shit, yo. Because that's you and this is me. But yeah, because I'm not on live. But yeah, man. That's my sis. That's not necessarily saying you're a weak person. You're a more realistic person than a person like me when it comes to emotions. Or whatever else that comes with that. A lot of times you got to keep this in your mind. I'm not here for them. I'm not here for none of this shit that's going on in the world or the company or whatever. I'm here to help this company out. I'm here to help improve this situation. I'm here to be a part, an asset. I'm not here for these motherfuckers' thoughts and feelings and emotions. That's something else. That shit don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But people get caught up in that because we all human. You can get caught. Anybody get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the realest thing out of all this shit, when you look at it, you got a good and bad side. It's polarity. You know what I'm saying? Duality. Chinese, yin and yang, dark and light, good things is what God made us. And because the things that you had, not all of them are things that are necessarily bad, but you feel like they're bad. So in your world, in your mind, it is bad. So that bad part, it's like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Bruce Wayne is I don't know if it kicked me off again. It keeps saying connection is weak. But I was saying Bruce Wayne and Batman. Look at them. Bruce Wayne is the millionaire playboy, philanthropist donating money. He's trying to change through government, through financial aid and stuff. But on the streets, that shit ain't gonna count for shit. So guess what? On the streets, he's Batman beating up the bad guys. knocking them the fuck out. Super villains. He inventing these devices to stop them. A politician can't do that. So that's what I'm saying. The dark side of that man, a lot of people say he pushing that to the side, of course, because he don't want to get his secret identity discovered. And of course, because he want to strike fear, he can't come up to them as a businessman and scare them criminals or scare the bad guys, scare the super villains. He gotta change. And that's the thing. Both sides is Batman. Bruce Wayne is Batman. That's the upper part of him that not even if he don't feel like it's upper or high frequency or high vibrational him, society is gonna feel like that's high vibration him. You get what I'm saying? But on the streets, he need that low vibration. Now he got a high vibration when it comes to fighting IQ and all of that. Because the businessman is not a fighter. So he need that high vibration skill when it comes to fighting and being smart, being alert, and figuring out ways to defeat his enemies. But his perception is going to be always low, when it comes to and that's it's like Superman. Take Superman, okay? Any superhero that's except for like X-Men, Wolverine, Logan, Wolverine is Wolverine. Deadpool, he's always Deadpool. They don't have behind a secret identity. Now Superman, Clark Kent, he's a news reporter. Speaking to my nerds out there, I know a lot of y'all fuck with it now. I'm a hardcore nerd, baby. I've been reading comics since I was 6 years old. My first comic, Super Pro, when I was into the football. He's an NFL star. They got to some freak accident and he got superpowers, super strength and shit. So he technically was cheating because he was still playing football. I think he was. I can't remember. That was my first comic, bro. 1989, I believe, or 1990. So that tell you how old I am. I was like 6 or 7 years old. 6 or 7 years old. That's how long I've been in the comics, and that was a Marvel comic. So that led me into Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Hulk, X-Men, and now Avengers popping real big on the screen. But it's funny because back in them days, they wasn't Iron Man. To me, all that shit was boring. You know what I mean? Wolverine, X-Men was, but you see how it's different levels. Like we talking about levels of okay. So but before we get too far with that, going to a tangent. That's because that's how my mind work. I never think in a linear path. I'm always thinking in different directions and different angles. But yeah, I see this shit moving slow too. I hope it ain't freezing up too bad. But yeah, man, Clark Kent is the face. He's the all right, hold on, let me text. Man, keep kicking me up. Let me text somebody. I'm doing the YouTube. My bad. It's my mom. Hold up, coming right here because they keep telling me my shit is on. Yeah, hold up, y'all. I mean, shit keep kicking me out anyway. It's probably the connection. Gotta be. I stay in the country. Only maybe 10 of y'all know that. I don't tell a lot of people that. But I stay around the woods. I don't like a lot of people. Too much confusion, too much scheming, and crazy shit can occur. I'm from the neighborhoods and from the apartments, so we all know these things. So I prefer to live in the country because I originally started out in the country, Chuckatuck, Virginia. Chuckatuck was. Give me 1 second. Can't ignore. Can't two people you can't ignore in your life. Fellas, you already know you can't ignore a woman. But your mama and your sister, you definitely can't ignore them. You can be tied to them for life. And if you got daughters, of course, you know you can't ignore them. Not that you should want to anyway, but they not gonna let you, nigga. Any girl in the past, it could be a different situation, but them, you with them for life. Or your nieces to a degree, have a close y'all with them, but definitely your mama and your sister, I feel like that's always gonna be, that's a blessing. But yo, so like I was saying, Bruce Wayne being a black man in America, I know y'all can understand this. Worldwide, they hate us worldwide. Not just man, woman, they hate the woman too. But think about a woman, men love women. So some of them will get, they get a little bit different treatment, but they're hated too. But being a black man, especially, and look, I'm not even dark. Like my man's right here. They're gonna hate on him worse than they hate on me. And I'm half Samoan, but I'm still a nigga. In some of their eyes, I'm a nigga. I don't give a fuck though. It is what it is, baby. This how God made me. But yeah, like I was saying, yo, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent are unthreatening. It's like when you see black people on TV doing news reports, Al Roker and all these motherfuckers. You think Al Roker ain't cussing niggas out, saying nigga and shit like that, smoking weed, sometimes smoking blacks, drinking Hennessy, eating fried chicken, not using negative stereotypes. Or he liked hip hop, he liked jazz. Now, let's say he liked Public Enemy. He not gonna play that shit 9 times out of 10 around Good Morning America, because they're gonna say this is a threatening nigga. Like they look at somebody like my boy Skip. What's my boy name? Shannon, Uncle Shay Shay. A lot of people look at him like he threatening, especially when he almost fucked up Ja and them, Ja Morant and all them young boys talking that shit to the OG. That nigga still in shape, boy. Y'all better fall back from that. You gonna need that pum for him. You gonna need that one for him, boy, because he taking that motherfucker old school. He gonna rousey you, choke the shit out of you, beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Country motherfucker. I think they from South Carolina. I think Shannon Sharp and Sterling Sharp. Two more NFL. I don't fuck with the NFL, but I grew up liking football, the sport. It's like hip hop. I love the sport of hip hop, the art form, where the organizations and the politics and the business side, it just make everything foggy. A lot of snakes involved with that shit. A lot of them don't look like us. That's another whole. But yeah, an unthreatening person is more presentable to a business, or you know what I mean? Because all they about in the end is the business. And even on the streets, you know what I mean? Being a black person, the more unthreatening you are, the more they're gonna trust you. That's the fucked up part about life. But a Harley Davidson riding good old boy, they're not gonna feel threatened by him. Or a cop walk around looking crazy with a gun on his hip. You know why? Because they're not targeting. They're protecting them. They feel like a black person is against them. I'm not against you. I'm protecting myself. Because the whole world hates me, nigga, motherfucker. That's the shit y'all, a lot of y'all ain't gonna understand. So, we at war with our own community. A lot of times our own people look at us and hate us. And then outside motherfuckers like y'all look at us and hate us. So, but in the case of Batman and Superman in the fairy tale world of superhero shit, these people have to look like that in society so they don't get discovered for who they are. They have to look like that. They don't have to, but it's smarter for them than just walk around like Superman Diesel. Then niggas gonna know you. They say, I'm gonna get these kryptonite bullets, load that 30 clip up, and I'm gonna air this nigga out. In real life, that's all they would need to do to Superman. You know what I mean? But he's fast as a motherfucker. That nigga almost fast as a Flash, I think. So for you to catch him slipping, you got to be a terrible motherfucker. But it's snipers out here, and it's fucking grenades, bombs, all type of shit. So, but the real life and the fantasy, that's what makes the fantasy good. It's a fantasy. It's not real. So, hey. But yeah, man, that is what I'm saying. You got the duality. You got the good side that you present to the world that you think is good. That don't necessarily mean it's good, but you feel like This is the presentable Miguel. This is the presentable Mick right here. Now, when this go off, I might lay back with a tank top on, be slumped somewhere looking crazy, playing the game, eating Cheetos and all that. But the thing is, I'm in the middle with that shit. I don't really give a fuck, really. So sometimes you might catch me like that. I go outside, might have I'm just taking the trash out, my Dragon Ball Z slides on. You know what I'm saying? I might have these Dragon Ball Z slides on when I go outside. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm not, but see, it's levels. I'm not to the point. I think it's a fashion thing, or I think it's cool to look hood, like people walking through Walmart with fucking pajamas on or walking it, or just that lazy. But then, like I said, it's like ODB. Some people just don't give a fuck. And guess what? They are realer than a lot of people that do. If you think about it, you know why? Because they know that their lower side has some components of their upper side because they don't care to be judged. But let me tell you also, having no filter also hurts them too because they don't realize, they think their lower side is all they are. Some people. I'm not saying ODB was like that. I don't know how that man thought. But always being bummed out and not giving a fuck what people think. That could be your lower side. It could be a merge of your lower and upper side, your upper frequencies and your upper vibrations, or you could just be content with that. Because now having like going to church, let's just bring it back to that. Let's bring it all the way 360, or having a lot of neighbors. You probably will keep yourself up because you're being viewed more. And you don't want people to talk about you. You don't want people to think this about you. Just like a girl bringing 30 niggas through the crib, bringing niggas back and forth. If she's staying far away somewhere, she ain't gonna give a fuck. Who see that shit? Well, she in the project, especially like I've been in the Bronx, Harlem, Queens, all over New York, Brooklyn. I commend y'all fellas and ladies, because no fucking way I could live around that many people. I'm too fucking paranoid. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no guilty conscience like somebody out to get me. I just don't trust motherfuckers. And you living in them fucking high-rise project buildings, 1,000 eyes watching every move you make. It was bad enough for me, man, growing up in National Square. We when my mom and pop split, I was 8 years old, 7 years old. We went to National Square, the apartments here in Suffolk, and I've been to the Manor, places like that. That's too many niggas for me. I used to go through when I was bent, drunk, go to a party or something. But that's different than living around, man. I had to get the fuck out of there as soon as I could, yo. It's like the hood. I love the hood, man. But staying there and surviving is a real part of life, and you learn a lot. But wanting to stay there and not improving the situation, I don't have enough money to improve the hood. If I had enough to improve the community, I seen a lot of people do that. Shout out to them Black Panthers in Oakland back in the day. People that's even now doing movements and stuff and building up their communities and shit. I commend y'all. I'm trying to survive, man. I'm trying to live good for like they say, you can't save nobody till you save yourself, man. So I'm still trying to make it on my own out here. You know what I mean? And if I ever get in that position, damn right, I plan to do that, man. Chance, come here, boy. I plan. Get. Man, running out of pennies to toss at these niggas, man. Get your ass off of that shit, boy. Yeah, but Chance, you good, boy? Yeah. But like I said, man, just being around all them people, it will kind of make you sharper. Just like going to church. People that go to church, they say people faking this church. A lot of them is, but guess what? They faking on an improvement scale. At least they ain't faking on a downgrade. You gotta look at that. Because I used to look at a lot of that church stuff. Like these people phony as hell. I see them motherfuckers smoking cigarettes outside. I seen a nigga smoking weed outside. I ain't no snitch. God, no, I don't have to. Especially if you smoking, I'm talking about a dude that I thought was, oh man, or a lady that you might think you might catch her at the strip joint. You never know people, the duality, but that's why I say it, man. Back to the central theme is almost at an hour. I got to get ready to bust some moves real quick, but it must be two sides, like Shorty Low said, man. It must be two sides to this life and to this world and to all of this shit, because you got the downside and the upside, but both of them make you who you are. Don't stick too close to the dark, because it's good things in there that keep you strong and keep you grounded. But it's also things that could look down and be like, man, I need to improve this. And don't stay too close to the light either. Unless we're talking about the light that's God and true positivity. I'm talking about perceived light, because that dark I'm talking about is perceived dark too. It's what you think is dark, or what the world might think is dark. I don't stick too close to what people think is all good. I have to, do all this. I gotta always look a certain way, always be a certain way. Fuck them. Fuck them people that think like that and want you to think like that. Be who the fuck you are, yo, good and bad. Be who you are, good and bad. Improve on the bad, but take the strength from, look, a person that's 100% light, a lot of times, they couldn't survive the darkness. They couldn't survive the cold. If a motherfucker only used to sunshine and good weather, they're going to die in the cold. And if a motherfucker only used to the cold and dark weather, what are they going to do when the sun come up? They're going to stay in that cave. They're going to stay in that. They don't know how to enjoy it. So you need both sides, yo. That's what I'm saying. It must be two sides. Peace.